it is, baby. Kiss. Shout out to SHEABABYTV, the hottest shit on the internet. Giving flowers, showing love, no hate, no sucky shit.
Yeah. Dirty. SHEABABY.
Welcome to the VIP section.
SHEABABY, y'all. 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 The vibes. Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on, if you like all the hip-hop and the sports news, and you like everything that SHEABABY's bringing to the table. Make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes. Yes, sir, we are here. What it is, my guys. Welcome to the new format. We are up. Today is today. New smoke, new morning, new everything. Beginning of the week, a lot of people are going through some shit early in the morning. It is Monday. It's okay. We gonna get through this. The phone lines is open from the gate too. Let me turn the lines on right now as we speak. The lines are open early. So calling up, you see the number at the bottom. Let's get to the money. Let's really talk about it. Now, I had a pretty good weekend. You know, the weekend is the weekend. And yeah, man, shout out to the weekend, man. I had a great weekend. And the people that made it through the weekend, it's the beginning of the week. Let's not have attitudes. Let's keep it light. Let's get to the end of the week. We gonna get through this. Shout out to everybody out there, too, pulling up. Today is today. You see the new format? This is it. This is where we're at right now. This is where we're at. Now, I'm going to fix it a little bit more, see little tweaks I got to do to it, but I will fix that maybe tonight. Shout out to In The Moment. In The Moment was on the phone with me last night as we was fixing all of this, just trying to get the morning show look together. Because it's time, man, to go to the next level. It's time to go to the next level. Yeah! Shout out to LV. LV is in the building again. LV's been rocking out. LV's been in the mix. Shout out to LV. All right, today's today. We gonna talk a lot of. You seen the thumbnail up there? You seen the thumbnail up there? We got some good smoke today. We're gonna talk a little bit of, you know, Diddy is back in the mix. You know, a lot's been going on with Diddy. Diddy up here is in jail, of course, but there's a lot of things that now are coming to the light, other things about Diddy. So I don't know if Diddy, you know, we was thinking that Diddy could be home maybe this summer. Don Coop, what it is. Yeah, take it back to the radio radio station, Morristown. Phone lines is open. Call up, man. Let's get to the money. Shout out to Don Coop. Yes, we are back to the legendary days, y'all. Mel Bay, how you doing, girl? Shout out to Mel Bay in the building. Who else is in there from the team? Mel Bay is in there. Markeep, how you doing? Shout out to Markeep. Markeep is in the building. Phone lines is open. Once again, ladies, call up. Markeep, I ain't messing with you. No picture up today. Mel Bay be outside. She started the pictures, so Mel Bay, I can't say that about her. But Mel Bay definitely started the pictures. You know what I mean? Facts. Let's talk about it, man. Monday morning. So we got some Diddy smoke. Today we're going to talk about, we got some Carissa, Yung Miami. Yung Miami's talking that talk. Greg McClendon, my guy, what it is. Shout out to Facebook. Facebook is over there rocking out, of course. Shout out to Facebook. See, what I like about the Facebook team is Facebook is a lot of my people I grew up with. So I'm glad they get to see me over there on Facebook. They all know me. They all love me. I'm from the town. I saw my man Tyree the other day. Shout out to Tyree Morris. Seen him around at CVS, walking around through the town. It's love. My nigga Tyree said, Shay, I see you out there. I said, Tyree, thank you to my man. Now, listen, my man Tyree got motion. Him and his wife got establishments. Shay, baby. So it's good. Everybody's outside. You know what I mean? And that's what I like, man. I like shit like that. Shout out to Tyree, 100%. Shay, baby. Cool. Yes. All right. So we're going to talk some Yung Miami talk. And your boy is back in the mix. Mr. Dame Dash. Shay, baby. Dame Dash is back in the mix. All right, so there was this 50 Cent record, right? I can't lie. There was this 50 Cent record out there. Now, I don't know if this is an old record. I don't know if this was an old record. I don't know if this... I need y'all to let me know. What year was this record out, or is this a new record that 50 Cent dropped? This record is crazy. Let me get to it. Hold on. This sound like the old 50. I don't know nothing about this record. This is real. Let me get to it. This shit was crazy when I heard this. All right, here it go. Here we go.
It ain't enough. Getting out with 10 machine guns, only get 12 months. Ooh, wee. Don't talk to me. You talk.
Oh my God! I got chill bumps in my veins. LV, you like the look? You love it? Looking like a TV show now, right? Looking like a sportscast now, right? Oh yeah, I was up real late last night. We're trying to get it together. I do gotta do some glitches in the LV, but it's a good start. I ain't gonna lie. I see where I gotta fix it at a little bit, but it can be fixed. Now, you see we got the headers up there, what we talking about. So that's a plus. The numbers posted, and I got the Instagram. We got the logo up there. SHEABABYTV, we lit. That's a fact.
I'm here, Mel Bay.
Mel Bay's in the building. That is fact. All right, so let me know about that record. I gotta hear it one more time, man. I gotta hear. Huh? LV said he made 10 beats yesterday because of that vibe. I gotta hear it one more time, man. That shit is... Yo, after I heard this last night, I was like, it's different for T.I. out there, man. It's different for T.I. out there. It's different for T.I. out there, man. Because that feeling you can't... It felt like the 90s, early 2000s when I heard that. I was ready to go to speed right now, smoke a blunt, get in the back, give me a little thug passion. Shout out to Mel Bay. And right there, she said, where the fuck is LV at? LV is in the building. Of course. Yeah, so shout out to Fifth on that one. I ain't gonna lie, that record was OD. All right, let's get into the smoke. We're going to start the morning off with, let's start off with Clarissa, Yung Miami. All right. Now, ladies, get in the chat too. I need to know, if this is where the world is going. So, Young Miami jumps out on an interview, right? And, LV, she says that she's not even looking at a nigga if he ain't got no money. Now, what is that teaching you have daughters. Yes, daughter as well. Facts. But here's the question though. Do you really want your child to be doing it all by themselves if they get to that point? Exactly. So it's kind of, I think it's how she's saying it. But that's my whole point. So now in this interview, right, she's saying clearly, like, she's letting the women out there, for the YNs and the YBs, she's letting them know, like, from a man with no coins, I'm blind to niggas like that. Let's get into that. Now, Gilly wasn't feeling that talk. Let's
What's
get
up, your
into
boy
that
Skino
first.
Vasquez, Deeper Than Rap podcast.
It's up this morning.
I'm
Let's
here with
talk
the one and
about
only Moj, Dame Dash.
What's happening?
What's
J
up,
Bay,
man?
what it is?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I already know most of these questions that I'm about to ask you. I know answers to some of them, not all of them, but most of them. So I asked the people what they wanted me to ask
that's
you.
not it.
I mean, surveys like that. So,
We'll get to that. That's not it. I think this is it.
They got me feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride away.
Yeah, here it is. Get in them comments. Let's talk about it.
Listen to this
Shit
shit.
look crazy, right?
How about 2026? What is your status of love right now?
Thank you. When you see the two fingers touching. I'm just, I'm just living.
Okay, just living life.
Yeah,
experiencing.
Just having fun.
Do you have a list of things you look for?
First of all, you gotta have a coin. Thank you. A provider. I need someone that's, God fearing, that's religion, that believe in God. Someone that leads. Any man that leads.
Okay. What is the?
I'm like so confused when these girls say like provider, like, yo.
Let's talk
like,
about it.
Again, I'm not saying she's making top dollar. Yo, I think I seen Carisha in person at the fucking YoungBoy show. First of all, this is after Aiden and them left because like there was this whole mix-up thing, whatever. I don't know if you remember that show. But all of a sudden I see a fucking car coming in. They're like, oh, everybody clear out. Carisha's coming in. We're in Miami. What the fuck? She drives in with a little white Ferrari, whatever. Nice looking car, really expensive. She's doing good, bro. Like, now, I don't know if it's a man that bought it. Maybe it is a man that bought it. But my thing is that, like, how come, I understand if a woman don't have much, but, like, how come these women always, like, looking for more money? Like, what the fuck is anyway, whatever.
Minimum net worth that he has to have.
I want, like, a man that at least got, like, $100 million.
Okay, yeah, at least. Okay,
That's
we just
wow.
crossed off a lot of people
Hold on,
off that
y'all.
list. There's a lot of contenders that just walked the other way. Your DMs will now.
Let's stop this for a second. Now, she says $100 million man is what she's looking for. $100 million man is what she's looking for. Now, fellas, I mean, that takes you right out of the equation. You getting no pussy. Who's got $100 million? Yeah, like she's looking even niggas past professional sports. Because there's niggas that only make $40 million. They can't even get no pussy. Like, this is crazy. They can't even get no. They can't even get none. This is wild, y'all. She's pretty much telling y'all $100 million is the only way you can even smell it.
flooded with 10 people, I think.
That's good.
That's good.
Narrow them down, God. Thank you.
Yo, Karish, I got some advice for you, man. You're looking for $100 million nigga. I get it. I always say, man, men can't go down in sexual experiences, and women can never downgrade in lifestyle. Okay? The first time you meet a chick that fucking give you that fire head, the next chick, if she a little bit subpar, you can't fuck with her. You can't fuck with a chick that don't give head if you fuck with a chick that gave head. The first time you have a threesome with a chick.
Yeah, that's a fact. I had to stop it. Now, let's get into that for a second. Shout out to DJ Academics on that one. Don Coop, let's talk about this. He's pretty much saying once you deal with a chick that give the ultimate top, LV, after that, it kind of... Now, I agree. I recently said this to a friend of mine. We was talking about that because me and him, I was telling him that it's kind of hard to go back once you get good. Like, once you move on to the next and that don't work out, it's kind of hard to move to the next after that one if that sex part of the game is good. Because, you know, how you and a person mix together outside the sex is different. So that might not work. That relationship, it might not work. But the in-bed part was on 100. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. Turn the seat heaters on and smell like, yeah. Shape baby. So I agree with Academics with that, because once you get an eater, right, it's kind of hard to not get an eater the next time. If she ain't eating, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You know, so I agree with Academics on that part. It's really tough once you get to that point. Yeah, Ma, how can you top that? Let's talk about it.
This chick, she like a starfish. It ain't gonna work. Trust me. That's how it is. Same with women. The first time a woman gets spoiled, she can't go back to the nigga who ain't spoiling her. Okay? Now, some do. We call those idiots. But for the majority of women, they usually have a increasing trajectory of lifestyle demands that is more and more. If the last nigga used to fly them coach and the new nigga put her in first class, she's not gonna date another nigga who puts her back in coach. That's just kind of what it is. She's not gonna. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Now, do y'all see where everything is going now? We're talking about, you know, see, this is why it tried to say LV is not green. The grass ain't green on the other side. Because you heard what she said? Because that's why you can't worry about these type of things, because everybody's motion is not going to be the same. So that's why you got to have your motion up. Ladies, this is the fact, lady. You know why Cardi B, even though her niggas ain't good niggas, but they're scunties, but that's what she wants. She chose that. Yeah. Yes, but what I'm saying, when you have the money, ladies, once you have your own bag, you're not looking for these type of things. At this point, you're looking for a nigga that's just gonna love you. Because you know, you might have a nigga, you're talking about dating a nigga and can't go back because the last nigga put you on first class. How about this, ladies? Every nigga that put you on first class is gonna cheat on you. Because all they're doing is putting numerous bitches on first class. This is their game. So, if you worry about grass always green where I'm at. Facts, Mel, baby. If she rich, you better get a broke one. That's fact. Oh, Fox, I see ya. Let's get spicy in these comments. Let's get spicy in these comments, I see. No, but it's real.
I do know a couple of retarded ass chicks who really did this, but you don't go from the Maybach to the SRT, but a couple do. But whatever. Anyway, the point is, when it comes to Carisha, somebody got to tap her on the shoulder. Okay? And I get it. She just dealt with Puff. She was one of the concubines. All good. Somebody got to tell her, though, shorty, you're not going to find that nigga on Up Rocks or the Shade Room, man. You gotta go hit the Sweetie Dash. You need to be over there by them soccer players in Europe, my nigga.
Word.
Manchester United, Chelsea. Yeah, that's where you should be. Yo, Sweetie ain't been back in the States. Straight up. Sweetie been over there. Yo, Sweetie is like a referee at the games now. Offsides. Yep. Yeah. She calling plays like she the coach. Yo, coach, switch that midfield around. He ain't doing shit. If that's what you looking for, Young Miami, you're not gonna find them in Booby Trap. I'm sorry to tell you, that's not the 100 millionaires don't hang out in Booby Trap. They don't. What you need to do is go to Europe.
He's right?
And go find one of these club soccer players. By the way, those are the best.
Yeah. Okay. So Booby Trap is for the scammers and the rappers. And I want to say the athletes, because they looking for the thotties. But that's not 100 million. Okay, where do you find 100 million at, LV? Let's start from there. They in Dubai. Yeah. No, but the thing is, Young Miami, you got peed on. What makes you think a nigga with $100 million want that? That's what I'm saying. What makes you think a nigga with $100 million wants you that you've been peed on? You need a nigga with 100 millions that flipped 100 million bricks. And that's not out here. Because the nigga that got $100 million, if you ask me, are these IBM website creators. These are these niggas that own oil fields. Yes, Silicon Valley. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, but they're not interested in Young Miami. Those type of niggas, 100 millionaires, the niggas that really have real money and don't play sports, niggas with the real paper like she's looking for, they're not interested in Young Miami, my nigga. To pee on it, maybe. Yes, like you said. But interested in her to where they're saying, let me marry you and give you half of the fortune? No, my Young Miami. Now, you might get 100 millionaire nigga to pipe you and say you his little play toy little girlfriend, but niggas ain't marrying you and give you half of the fortune. That's what I'm saying, Young Miami. That's a bitch coming up, if you ask me. If you could marry the 100 millionaire and he put half of the establishments and putting half of the money in your name. So if a nigga just piping you and saying you his girl and you're in your mid-30s, right? And he's worth $100 million and this is your game, you're losing. Now, if you're with a nigga that doesn't have $100 million and you and him are working to get to that next level of him being your girl or being your husband or wife, that's two people in the world trying to make it. But if you're a bitch out here looking for niggas with $100 million and he's just fucking you and buying you a couple pair of Balenciagas, you're just you're a toy. You're a toy. If you're not getting half of these estates and half of all of the money that this nigga is bringing to the table, what does it mean you're looking for a nigga with 100 million? Am I right or wrong? If you can't die with that money, you're just giving up pussy to a nigga with $100 million. You might as well tell this nigga, you could do whatever you want to me. Just give me 500,000 and I'll just come have sex with you anytime you want to. Because, think about it. Throughout the duration, let's just say he's with like Diddy. Diddy spent about $500,000 on Young Miami. Probably $1 million on her. I'm talking about tricking. Probably $1 million, right? That's what I mean. She got nothing off of just dick and $1 million. And got peed on and allowed other niggas to smash it. That's a fact. That's a fact. She's a tax write-off. That's what I'm saying. You're a tax write-off. And this is what I mean. Like, what she's saying is this the dumbest shit ever.
I think it's the finesse. Because no matter how many niggas put dick in the stomach of Sweetie, them soccer players don't give a fuck or don't know. You know niggas in like the UK, they be like mad late to everything. Like they still playing shit from 3 years ago. So if that's what she wants, unless you about to just get back with Diddy, ain't nobody stupid enough to give some ghetto chick out of Miami $100 million, like, you know what I mean, lifestyle. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Get some, like, you know,
Why?
You know, some etiquette class and go over to Europe.
Come on. That's crazy.
Or go to Dubai. But you got to be, well, you say you're down with getting peed on, but over there you got to get shitted on. She could find $100 million. You could find $100 million, but you, like, Carisha's still on some ratchet shit. Like, you're not finding that at motherfucking Club 11 in Miami. What the fuck? You think you're gonna find him in Little Haiti, nigga? The fuck? What you think you're gonna find him in, like Club Live? If you wanna, if a nigga that you want gotta have $100 million, you gotta go to F1 racing events. Yes, F1 racing events.
But no, but hold on. Hold on, let me stop it for a second. She can go to these events. That doesn't mean that these niggas want her. That's what I'm trying to explain. You think them niggas that was with Jordan slapped the little white kid in the ass? Dude, that's what I'm saying. You think those they don't even know who Young Miami is. And if they do, that's because they saw, yes, the Diddy shit. That's it. And they looking at her like you got peed on. Any bitch that dealt with Diddy is not getting $100 million. Yeah. If you was on that Diddy case, you went from $100 million pussy to like $10,000 pussy right now. Now you're fucking with the scammers again. And this is real. You know what I mean? Nobody want that coochie no more, man. Nobody want it no more. Not for $100 million. Not for $100 million. And that's my whole point. She sounds crazy, man. $100 million is a lot of money, LV. Yeah, but even that, say you're looking for a nigga worth $100 million, right? What I'm saying is $100 million is a lot. That's a different type of person. That, like, these are not regular niggas. Yes. You're hanging around rappers. They don't have $100 million. That's what I mean.
You got to go to, what is it called? Yacht Week in fucking, what is that, south of France or some dumb shit. Like, yeah, that's where you got to go. Mykonos. That's where you got to go. Greece. They got to go over there. Go get one of them little soccer players, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, we talked about this yesterday. There's really two paths in terms of whoredom. Let's keep it a beat, right? You have the hopeless romantics. I don't think that's Young Miami. Respectfully, this is why Young Miami fucked up Diddy's game. You see, Cassie wasn't a true whore. Cassie's the whore that will do shit for you that's in the name of whoredom, but she loves you. Cassie's the chick that get pimped, straight up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Straight up. Yeah, that's the one you get pimped. Because she fall in love with the pimp. She's so fucking stupid. Yeah, fuck 10 niggas. That means you love me. She go fucks 10 niggas. Okay. Young Miami like a nigga. Remember I told you, Diddy's game was all good until Young Miami came in the picture. Every other bitch he was fucking with started to say, how come he don't treat me like her? Because she wasn't going for none of that shit.
Crazy.
She wasn't going for none of that shit, nigga. She's the bitch from Miami, man. So, and I told you this already. 50 Cent baby mama was complaining, why does she get this and I don't? Why am I doing all-star freak-offs, like 10 different niggas coming on me, pissing on me, shit like that, and you popping up on an island with her? Why don't you call her for this part? Yeah, she's not the fuck 10 niggas in a night person. I don't know how many she fucks, but she's not that person. That was you. But she fucked up Diddy's game.
Ball game was good.
Because, listen, when a nigga got like 5 to 10 hoes, he got his favorite hoe. But his favorite hoe not supposed to make his other hoes insecure. The first thing they're gonna say is like, yo, you ain't bought me a bag. You bought her a bag? Yo, you fly her out first class. You got me coach. Yo, you took her to the steakhouse. All we do is order DoorDash. You fucking up the game. So Yung Miami fucked up the whole game. She was openly bragging, yeah, he got me a Maybach. He did. He bought me a house. 50 Cent's baby mama was getting nut, semen, piss.
That's crazy.
She was getting hit with a Glock dookie every night.
Wow.
Every night. 5, 10 niggas. All she got was her rent paid. Yeah, $20K is a lot still. $20K a month. This one popping out with a $500,000 car. She got a $1.5 million house out of Diddy. She on.
If I'm 50 Cent, right? I got the money like 50 got. I paid $20,000 a month for her not to get sweated out like that, my nigga. I paid her $20,000. Would you ask my kid's mother? I give her $20,000 a month, my niggas. I give her $20,000 a month so my child don't have to go through that. Being that's humiliating for a child, man. The older the kid gets, the more AI work. By the time that kid gets to 7th grade, they're going to have a whole video AI of her out giving Diddy head. It's going to come back. Or her getting peed on or something. I paid her $20,000 so she don't go through that, LV. That's real. That's real. I'm talking about 50 Cent type of money. I paid her $20,000. Because even so, it's like, damn, this is my baby mother. I got to go through this now. It affects you too. That's crazy. Only 20,000? That girl was getting smutted out for 20,000? She's a real bird.
Red carpets with Diddy. She's getting off the jet with Diddy. She in Bahamas with Diddy. And you over here getting hit with a Glock dookie nightly. So, number one, I think that Yung Miami is
Glock
bad for
dookie.
business. Number one. You see what happened to Diddy. Only a fool would actually bring her into his harem. We just seen how she... Now, she ain't snitching nothing. She ain't tell. She ain't fuck up the game. But she did fuck up the game because one bad apple fuck up the whole bunch. Chat, I've had one of those. That's a fact. I've had one of those. Y'all know this is a team effort. Y'all know everybody got to play their role. But when you got that one player who think they the star, they hit up the other team player and they said, bitch, you ain't shit. You know what he just got me? Look, I'm with him here. I'm with him there. You ain't shit. This is how she was talking to Gina. Bitch, if I won, I could have Diddy have you on your knees. You our hoe. You not Diddy hoe. You our hoe. Fucked up the game. You know what Gina said? I'm about to do an interview. Fuck all that shit. Time to do it. It's time to air this bitch ass nigga Diddy out. It's time to air this bitch ass nigga Diddy out. Yeah, that's how it goes. So I really think she bad for business. But if she want a nigga who make $100 million, she just need to go overseas. Get a soccer player. Straight up.
I tell you. You're not getting
Now,
$100 million in the hip hop business and all these niggas you're trying to deal with. You're not getting that money.
There's two paths that these women go down, right? You got the ones who are really chasing love, and they end up doing a whole bunch of hoe shit. This is gonna surprise y'all. In that category, I have Cassie. In that category, I have Brittany Renner. In that category, I even have India Love. What do I mean?
All right,
yes, all of these women are still attracted to wealth and opulence, but
SBTV Radio, let's talk about it.
Yo,
What's good, my boy? Let's talk about it. Yo, you can hear me? Yo? I don't know. Phone call dropped. He'll call back.
they're chasing love in the midst of that. You heard Cassie. Cassie said she just wanted the man after. Yes, she loved the 2 apartments. She loved the Benz. She loved the this. She loved the that. But she just wanted Diddy. She loved him. She wanted to have kids with him. Brittany Renner. Yes, she not gonna be with a bum. She loved this. She loved that. But she just wanted PJ Washington. She felt she was standing on some type of business. She said she turned down the Bentley the center. She wanted him to be just a good man to her. I think even India Love.
What's good,
I don't
my boy?
think India Love is one of them chicks to be like, yo, I don't give a fuck about nothing. Just buy.
What's good, my boy?
this Diddy Yung Miami shit crazy, man. What's wrong with these chicks? They be running around the whole damn country, get slutted out by niggas, and then you think a nigga with 100 million finna come scoop you up and wife you? That's what the fuck, man. The delusion of these industry thotties, man, that shit is amazing to me.
Now, Fox, that's my whole thing. Do you know what $100 million man is? Like, that's not easy to come about.
Yeah, you ain't about to give it, you damn sure ain't about to share it with nobody. That, shit, it's 20 niggas running around right now with all kind of videos in their phone. And you know what? I'm starting to think that's where 50 Cent animosity towards T.I. come from, too. I'm starting to think that T.I. might have been one of them niggas that he think was pissing all over his baby mama. That's why he got so much hate towards Tiny. That's why he don't like T.I. That's why he don't fuck with Tiny. One thing we know, niggas will use excuses all day. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say, oh, the nigga did a Crime Stoppers video, so I don't want to damn do no battle against him. But it's hard to say the truth, man. I think he one of them niggas that pissed on my baby mama, and I don't like that.
Well, you know how it goes, man. The code of the streets, man. You know, one thing, like, you know, a real nigga supposed to stand by. You know, if you know the nigga, then it's like, you know, stay away from the baby mothers. You know, so all these industry niggas, they all do the same thing. They want to smut each other, women and baby mothers out. This is disgusting. You know what I mean? The code of the streets, if I know you, baby mother, off limits. It's off limits.
I mean, but look at Lil Durk, baby mama. Since we on this subject, this the perfect example. Lil Durk locked up, right? Niggas don't know if he getting out or if he ain't getting out, right? So his baby mama hops on the internet last week talking about how she damn, you know, she ain't about to keep putting her life on hold for this nigga and she want to live. You know what that means. I guarantee you, in the next 30 days, she'll have another industry nigga. It'll be TMZ something. Shorty will be popping out, and she'll have another nigga that's in the game. Because once they get used to that lifestyle, she ain't living that lifestyle right now. This nigga fighting the case. So all his money going to his legal defense. So all the shit that she was doing 6 months ago, 7 months ago, 8, she ain't doing none of that shit right now. She got to get back to that. So now I ain't putting my life on hold and I ain't finna wait on no nigga no more because you ready to get back to that lifestyle that he made you.
No, that's a fact.
Like, niggas got to understand, man, once you introduce these bros to something different that they ain't never seen before, and damn, you help them train their mind to feel like this is what they deserve and this is what they worth, boy, they ain't never going back.
No, that's a
They
fact.
ain't never going back. Why? They train them the other way. They train them to think they ain't supposed to have shit. They ain't supposed to do shit. The only thing you do is what they tell you to do.
Yeah. Shout out to the hood inside
Tell you, two
co-op.
sides
Shout
to
out
the
to them.
game.
That's a fact.
Two sides to the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, man. There's always two sides to the game. Always. Now, the thing about the game, this is the thing about the game. The game is nasty. You heard what Fox just said. Little Durk's wife, right? We know, how would we even know her name? Would you know who she is, Hirsch? Would you know who she is if she wasn't Dirk Shorty? Huh?
The police don't want you to know that.
None of us would know who she is. Nobody. She got famous off Little Dirk. So what do you mean by you're not waiting for him? That shit gets to me. When I did a show on that last week. This was last Tuesday I did something on that. That shit. Yo, come on, bro. Come on. Come on. That's a fact. Fox, I'm going to call you back. Because we got to move through the show. So, like, India, I lost all respect for her, my dude, after that. I seen her when I heard the story, right? They also showed a clip of her, right? This was like maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, before he got locked up, right? They showed them in a hotel room, right? He was having her count all this money. She was looking so happy. She was flashing it in the camera. And now you can't wait for the nigga? The nigga had you in Balenciaga, kids iced out, looking like money. Now you can't wait for the nigga? So when Dirk went in jail, he was broke? Hirsch? I know, but I mean, there's no money that she can sit on right now through Dirk's, because I know Dirk is still streaming. I know Dirk is still, the money's still got to be there. So I don't understand why that's the baby mother. Whoever's handling his money and his estates and stuff like that right now, she should be on a per diem or something until we figure this out. Because if she's not, this is why she's acting like this. Yeah. That's a fact. Now, for ladies now, this is the thing. Like, when you deal with niggas that sell drugs, right? And you're open off the money, off the drug money, right? Like, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with liking a nigga like that. But don't expect for the future. Yes. Unfortunately, doesn't. But what I'm saying is, LV, is that they should at least know that, okay, I love this nigga. Anything happens to him, I'm going to stand behind him. India, you knew what Dirk was involved in. They should lock their ass up too, because you're pillow talking to bitch. Oh, bitches know everything. If a bitch is in bed with a nigga, she know something. Because it's not called niggas is pillow talking, because they are pillow talking, but that's not what it's called. Sometimes a nigga don't got no one really to talk to about personal things. Personal situations. So this is why they know a lot of stuff like this. You know what I mean? So even as far as her, she knows everything. So they allow her to be on the streets, you know. You know what I mean? Come on, man. That looks nasty, man.
Get back. She's chasing love. Why am I saying this? All those women I named, their path gets separated for the other set of women. And these other set of women over here, we're talking about emotionless. It's all about the bag. We're talking about the Young Miamis. We're talking about the Sweeties. We're talking about, at least current day, it might change later, the Ruby Roses. There's a few more in that, and we're going to talk about one in a second, Aisha Diaz. Let me tell you how both of these set of women go. If you're in the first group, let me remind you who's in the group again. The Cassie, India Love, Brittany Renner, and I had one more name. Cassie, India Love, Brittany Renner. I forgot what other name I said. These type of chicks, they're a little bit promiscuous, but also hopeless romantic. After they've been, ran through, this whole group seeks God. God, yup. Psalms time. It's time for Psalms. Turn to Corinthians, the book of Job, Luke 3 verses, John 3. Yeah. They always turn to God. They act like God is their new Tinder. Oh, I need God to help me pick. Because I've picked 4,000 penises and not one of them took me serious. Okay. So God is going to help. Straight up.
Feel bad?
Think about it. Brittany Renner, I'm Muslim now. Okay, now you Muslim. You Muslim now. Okay. You wrote a whole book about fucking. Now you Muslim. All right, we get it. India Love, God help me. Cool. I guarantee I could probably go on Cassie's Instagram right now and probably see some shit about God. All the hoes that are hopeless romantics always go to God. Trust me.
That's crazy.
Young Miamis of the world.
Yo,
Young Miami.
He said all the thotties in the world, they turn to God after they get smutted out 1,000 times. And that coochie lip is hanging like roast beef neck. Turkey neck. Shit is just hanging, that coochie. That coochie hanging. 50,000 a month from 5 different dudes she can date in a month. Who's doing that? That's 250,000 a month, ball game. No coachie's getting that. And if a coachie's getting $250 a month, her shit is hanging like turkey neck. You know what I mean? Shout out to LV, he's on FanDuel early in the morning. I see him. Shake baby. Overseas money. Nah, but for real, y'all. These coochies is not getting that money out here. I'm telling you that now.
That collector. I could tell Diddy never had any feelings at all, nigga. She's not crying over no motherfucking Diddy.
All right. You know what? Let me pause this real quick.
Blood.
Young Miami Coochie is worth $25 million. Right now. Her Coochie gets $25 million. And that's from okay, when I mean worth $25 million, I mean on her thottinism career. You know what I mean? A bitch looking for the money. You know, there's millions of them out there right now that wake up every morning and looking at Googling niggas. Like these bitches right now, LV, with these phones is nasty. You meet a nigga in the streets. What's your name? Sean Jackson. Okay, hold on, Sean. Sean, it says here you're only worth $32 million. Yes, I am, ma. I can't date you. This is what they're saying. So that's why I'm saying she's a $25 million coochie. She's like a Stephon Diggs Offset type of coochie. You know what I mean? And they don't even got 25 million. Stephon Diggs, yes. 25 mil is a lot. Now, I can see Stephon Diggs having the 25 million. I can see that with Stephon Diggs. He played professional sports for over 10 years. So I give him that. But the average nigga that she's saying that's rapping, these bum ass niggas don't got no 25 million. That's what I'm saying. These niggas don't got 25 mil. Greg Self, what it is. So, that's why I say her coochie's worth 25 mil. So if she slip up against a nigga with millions, right? That's her max, LV. That's her max. 100 million? Like I said, 100 million, they don't even know who she is. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Once you start getting over a certain amount of M's, they don't care about people like they don't watch. They start drifting away from niggas like Young Miami. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's different community. $100 million is a different community. You know, they play golf together. They got the polo gun. Hey, Johnny, you're not a part of that community, Young Miami. That's what I'm trying to say, Young Miami. You know, you're not a part of the $100 million sex. You know, they have, you know, those $100 million niggas, like they having sex with Epstein in them. Yes, those are the $100 million niggas. They're not interested in Young Miami. They're looking for the little young girls. That's what I mean. It don't make $100 million nigga don't make sense for Young Miami. And that's bottom line, my dude. And that's just the bottom line. She's wilding with that. All right, y'all, we got to move on to the next topic because, you know, we could be here all day with talking about females thinking that they coochie is worth more than it's worth. Now, ladies, I can't be mad at y'all because you're supposed to think your coochie's worth money. But that doesn't mean you look for a nigga worth $100 million. You say, no, nigga, my coochie's worth $1 billion. You can't get none of this. My shit priceless. How about that, ladies? The coochie priceless. How she put a number on the pussy though? That means the pussy could be bought. $100 million you could pee on Young Miami. Or she could go for like Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge for the Yankees. He's not interested in Young Miami. I saw the women that Aaron Judge is dating. These are young, skinny, white chicks like Ball Game says, Fordham University. Shit, baby. That's Young Miami status, my nigga. You know what I mean? I mean Aaron Judge status. They're not interested in Young Miami. All right, let's move on. Let's stay with Young Miami for a minute and stay with her baby boo-boo, Diddy. Now, Diddy's going through it, LV, right now. No, because more sauce with him being locked up. Keefy D is saying Diddy 100% with the whole Tupac situation. Diddy's in some shit. Diddy may never come home, my nigga. Diddy may never come home.
What's up, your boy Sino Vasquez, Deeper Than Rap Podcast. I'm here with the one and only, my OG, Dame Dash.
What's up,
man? Now,
I think this is it right here.
You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
Here it is. We up.
All right,
we
man.
up.
So
get your popcorn, y'all. It's lit.
Appreciate all of y'all. Make sure that you guys are tapped into the channel, man. I salute all of y'all in the building. And let's get right into this video, man. And we got to talk about this as Sean Diddy Combs, who's serving his 50-month sentence in Fort Dix, has a trial coming up. Has a hearing coming up for an appeal in April of this year, on April the 9th, at 10 a.m. He has 10 minutes to basically convince the judge, a panel of judges, that his conviction was wrong. But now Diddy has been faced with an even more controversial situation, as according to reports, man, Sean Diddy Combs may be called as a key witness in the Tupac Shakur murder trial, in which Dwayne Keefe D. Davis is on trial for the murder of Tupac Shakur. Now, according to reports, it says that Diddy may play a pivotal role in the upcoming murder trial of Tupac Shakur, according to sources close to Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who faces life in prison for his alleged involvement with Tupac's 1996 killing. Now, Keefe D's legal team believes that Diddy could act as a key witness, potentially supporting Keefe D's claim that his multiple confessions to overseeing Tupac's deaths were fabricated for fame and fortune. Now, a family friend has revealed that Keefe D's attorney is confident that Diddy is going to testify that Keefe D was lying when he said that Diddy hired him, paid him, and did all of these different things. Now, also, Keefe D has long alleged, according to this report, that Diddy offered him $1 million to orchestrate the murder of Tupac Shakur, a claim that Diddy could directly address if he's called to the stand in this trial. Now, legal experts note that celebrity testimony in high-profile cases can influence juries, making Diddy's involvement potentially crucial to Keefe D's defense. Now, Keefe D gave a detailed interview to the LAPD describing the murder as a retaliation for the assault of his nephew Orlando Anderson by Tupac, Suge Knight, and others. However, his defense aims to cast doubt on the accuracy of these confessions, arguing they were made under the pressure of notoriety. Currently serving time for 2 counts of violating the Mann Act, Diddy's participation as a witness could bring unprecedented attention to this trial, as Keefe D remains in good spirits, focusing on family in the hope of gaining temporary release, while the trial, originally scheduled for August of 2026, may be pushed into 2027. Now, the potential involvement of Diddy highlights the ongoing intrigue surrounding Tupac Shakur's unsolved murder and the complex web of accusations and legal strategies that continue to emerge decades after Tupac's death. Now, for all of you guys who don't know what happened or why it came to this, Keefe D did a number of interviews. Keefe D stated different things in these interviews.
So when y'all was shooting up the BMW, what was Suge Knight's reaction?
He was getting down, trying to duck. Anybody that got some sense, you want to get their ass down. But he was getting down there. He was trying to get out the fucking way.
So he wasn't trying to grab Tupac?
Nah.
And while y'all was shooting up the BMW, Tupac was trying to get in the backseat?
Oh, he just looked like he was breakdancing. And bullets was hitting.
So when y'all was shooting up the BMW...
So he said that Suge Knight looked like he was breakdancing while they were shooting up.
That's crazy.
That car is what Keefe D stated in the interview, The Art of Dialogue. Also, you had this, right?
Yeah.
And Orlando is the shooter. He's the known shooter. I mean, everybody knows Orlando Anderson was a shooter. So Drake got cold feet. He didn't want to do it. He gave the gun to Orlando, and Orlando shot Tupac and Suge.
Yeah, he did his thing, yeah.
Okay, so what was Tupac and Suge's reaction when Orlando started shooting up the BMW?
Oh, shit. Suge just ducked his head. And the first bullet went in his head. Then the next one's hit him. It was like he was doing a breakdance, trying to jump in the back seat or something. Like, damn. What the fuck? It looked like he was trying to jump in, but it was, the bullets was in his ass.
And you said Tupac tried to... So out of curiosity, right? Let's say you was on the left side of the white Cadillac and you seen Tupac and Suge Knight. What would have been your response?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know. But I would have had to take up on my nephew for sure.
So you would have shot up the BMW with Tupac and Suge Knight in it?
I would have to take up on my nephew. I would just leave it like that.
How do you feel about people that say and believe that you was actually the person that was the trigger man, you know, in the white Cadillac that shot up Tupac and Suge Knight?
I'm glad they ain't the police.
Baby love, leave ball game alone.
That's all I can say.
Keep going.
I'm glad they ain't the police.
Now, he has said a few other things that got him in trouble.
So out of curiosity,
He said a few other things that got him in trouble in these interviews, right? Now, also, he stated this in the interview with all the dialogue.
if I'm mistaken, you had an issue with how Puffy treated his people, right? Like you, and I remember you saying that you had an issue with how Puffy did Shine.
I just think Puff, you know, he needs to be a stand-up man, man. That dude sat up there and did that time for you and nothing like that. Then you got this man living down there in police, living all fucking bad, man. You seem like you just leave your people for dead, man. That shit wrong, dude. Gene Deal complaining about you. I'm complaining about you. You ain't
Shit, baby.
I heard one of my homies from 30. I heard he gets every quarter he gets clothes, all this shit. Then you gave this other dude some fucking a brand new fucking Benzo or Maybach. Another nigga piece of the record company. God damn, homie. I was on top of the world till I met your motherfucking ass, dude. Shit is wrong, dude. Come on, homie. I need something to throw a dog a bone or something. Fuck. You sit up there talking about you, Daddy Love. Show us some love.
I think that's all.
Mr. Love, I be watching you, dude. Damn, you ain't said shit or keep your ear or nothing. You walk around me like I'm some shit on the ground or something. God damn, dog.
Crazy.
You can get in contact with me, man, nigga. There's ways around that shit, dude. Fuck. What the fuck?
Shout out to the hood.
You know what I'm saying? There's ways around that, homie. Throw my kids something. Throw somebody kids something. God damn. Daddy love. You ain't no love. That ain't love at all, nigga. That's some bullshit. That ain't cool, dude. You know what I'm saying? Swear, man, Gene Deal, Sean,
Hey, Niche.
TBD,
Shout out to
every
Niche in the
fucking
building,
shit.
baby.
Damn. Just leave bad tastes in everybody's mouth, man. Come on, homie. Damn. You forgot where you come from. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm like some shit on the grass and shit, nigga. You know I was in fucking jail, nigga. You ain't throw a nigga a noodle. Fucking, what you call that shit? You put the hot water on, man. God damn. Fuck. Yeah. Life ain't been the same, bro. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to backtrack.
What?
So I want to backtrack. You said that you was on top of the world until you met Puffy. What you mean by that?
Man,
That's crazy.
Shit, I was getting 300 kilos a month, man. Balling, man. Fuck. Didn't nobody know about me. My shit was smooth, dude. My shit was laid out smooth, man. I met your motherfucking ass and all the heat and thunder coming around with your motherfucking ass, man. Shit. Fuck. Don't be throwing. Damn. Man, don't leave bad taste in everybody's fucking mouth, dude. Just like when I was in the feds, you know what I'm saying? You dudes was drinking that fucking that moonshine and shit, man. I used to every time we met at them rooms at the concert night, I used to put 2 cases in the motherfucking bathtub and shit, homie. You know what I'm saying? You ain't none of it, you know. You wasn't buying them bottles. You niggas was drinking moonshine. This how y'all do it? Man, let me show you how Cali niggas do it, man. Come on, man. Shit ain't right, dude. And I get, once I get in the bed, I see you popping bottle. Poop, poop, poop. Nigga, you was popping moonshine at first. God damn. Homie, damn. There's ways around this, man. Come on, homie. Man, you got to do a better job, dude. I swear, homie. Yeah, I'm done, big dog.
I feel you, man. So you feel like Puffy owes you then?
I don't feel he owe me, but god damn. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Brother love, come show some love. That's all I can fucking say. Show some love, brother love.
Now, he's saying all this in the interviews, you guys. And here's the problem. him saying all these things in the interviews, they're gonna play this in the
What's he
court
talking about?
during trial. And it's gonna be hard with all the details that he gave. It's gonna be hard for him to go back and say it's all a lie. Because I have a feeling that the government is gonna have witnesses that come in that are still potentially alive, and they could subpoena people who, interviewed him. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, right? I don't think it'd be a good idea if Diddy gets on the stand. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because they could try to trick Diddy into and questioning Diddy and get Diddy caught up in something. Diddy thinking he's going up there saying, nah, ain't nothing happened. And then they start asking Diddy questions that get him jammed up. So, if I was Diddy, I'd be very leery about that situation. If I was Diddy, I think Diddy should be very leery about that. Very leery.
Like, that was a bullshit change. I wouldn't wear that bullshit. I wouldn't have put that on my neck.
So how you know the change was cheap?
Because I've seen it.
How you seen it?
The homies had it. They came back from the mall.
Okay, so with that being said, man, let's get right into that, man. So the Lakewood Mall incident with Trayvon Lane. Give me a detailed account of everything that took place.
I wasn't there, but one of my little homies, he's for the play for Arizona, University of Arizona, and he was at the mall. And my nephew and all the other homies was on their way to meet him to buy him some stuff so he can go off to college. And they was already trying to press him. It was Trayvon Lane and a couple of more dudes. I think Kevin Woods and some other dude. There was three of them.
Mm-hmm.
And once my little homie seen, he a football player, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he was strong safety. So once he seen the homies come through the door, that's when he knocked Trayvon Lane
Smash
out.
them lights. It's up this morning. It's lit.
Snatched the chain at the same time. Boom. But one of them got knocked out through the shoe rack. Knocked out all the shoes. They fucked them up bad. Yeah.
Trayvon Lane, he said y'all never took the chain. Y'all tried to, but y'all didn't get it.
Now, my little homeboy had the chain, Marcus. He passed away, though. Rest his soul. It was bullshit change, really. I wouldn't wear that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Orlando Anderson, he was involved with that incident, right?
He was there, yeah. He was up there. It was about 8 of them. 8 homies went up there from Southside and handled their business.
Now, I want to say something about what he just said.
You running your mouth. They actually spending money.
Why he's having a hard time. Because in these interviews, Keefe D gave specific details. So they're going to say, hey, man, you made up some real specific details to be just lying. You made up some real specific details. How did you come up with all these details? See, these are different things I think they're going to try to jam him up on. And I think they're going to also try to find different people who can corroborate certain parts of his story that may still be alive to make it seem as if, oh, okay, yeah, well, his stories, shit, they had enough truth to it in these parts. So why would he be lying about the part where he said that so-and-so hired him to commit this murder? Why would he lie about that part?
Shout to Tone in the building.
Not about
SHEABABYTV.
that part. You know what I'm saying? Those interviews is what's going to destroy Keefe D, in my opinion.
Did Orlando talk to you about the incident?
Everybody that came back from the mall told me about the shit. Told me what happened. They was laughing.
The Tupac Vegas incident.
Now, what I'm saying is that they're going to have the police. Because remember, the officers that are still alive, they're going to have them go and testify in this case. I guarantee you they're going to have the officers who are still alive who either interviewed Keefe D or investigated that case, Greg Kading and these other guys. They're going to have them go up there and provide information. Now, people, what I'm saying now, this is where you're going to get secret information that was in police detective files that we never saw, right? Once again, there was information in those investigations that the public never saw. But now that you're at a murder trial, this shit gonna come out. It's gonna come out in the murder trial. You watch what I tell you. They're gonna force that information to come out in that murder trial. So whatever Greg Kading and all those people who are still alive, and those files are still there. So you better believe they went through all those files. Let me say this again. You better believe they went through all those files. And from the prior investigation where they didn't make any arrests, but they're gonna bring all that shit into court. So when Keefe D, and I'm telling y'all,
Let me pause for a second. Baby Love, what's going on in here? You had ball games that he said the nigga smell like snakes.
Bad feel they're gonna try to jam Diddy up into this by making Diddy think, oh, you're just gonna come and be a witness to say he didn't do this. But I guarantee you they got a cake baked for Diddy. I'm telling y'all, I can just feel how this thing is moving. So when they get into the court and the case, in the trial, I should say, you watch. They're gonna have Greg Kading come out and show evidence from that investigation that aligns with things that Keefe D said, which would be the reason why he'll say they gave him a proffer because his information matched up. That's why I think Keefe D trying to say, well, I lied and said all this for bullshit, for fame, is gonna fail. Because they're gonna bring the police in there during the trial, and the police officer, Greg Kading, these people are gonna say, hey, nah, this is really what lined up to our investigation. And we're going to be able to see all of the things we never saw that was hidden in those investigation files from Tupac's murder. All the information that we never saw. Because remember, the police ain't going to tell you everything they investigated.
Ball game will be up here
You're going to
tomorrow.
find that out at trial. Things we never saw for years.
Alligator head.
Why was y'all in Vegas in the first place?
Come to the fights. We was going to the fights before the rappers. Before Suge even had a record company. We've been going to the fights since like 88, 89. Yeah. Come down there for the big fights.
So did y'all have tickets to that fight?
Yeah.
Don't they kill
Y'all did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got him from my little scrapper partner. Scrapper. I was a matter of fact, I was in Tracy with him. He's from Rolling 60s. Little twin dude.
You see me in the woods looking for wolves.
When I got out.
And I'm going to say this to y'all. If I was Diddy, I would be very leery that they're trying to set this guy up. That they're trying to set him up. What do I mean? Well, what if they want the guy who they think ordered this shit? What if they just want to get Diddy in a courtroom? What am I talking about? What are you talking about, Ticket? I want y'all to think about something. Anybody in this chat room, and y'all are going to laugh, but I'm dead serious. Anybody in this chat room ever watch Matlock? You were growing up. Did you ever watch Matlock? Did anybody in this chat room ever watch Matlock when they were growing up? I have that question for you. Now, if you watch Matlock, Matlock always used to play a trick. He would have people who they thought were coming in as witnesses who he thought were perpetrators. He would bring them in as if they were testifying as a witness just to get them in the courtroom on the stand and then set them up with their testimony. Right? What are you talking about? So Diddy should be leery if he's thinking he's coming into court and say, yeah, man, I ain't ordered nothing. And that's it. Once they get him on the stand, they can get him up there and ask him all types of crazy questions. Once they get his ass on that stand, right? If they subpoena him, right? And remember, he has to go if he's subpoenaed, right? Now, check it out. Diddy, excuse me, he's going to have to watch his words too. And I'm going to tell y'all why. They're going to ask Diddy, did you ever meet or associate with Keefy D. Diddy, if he says no, he has to know that they may have evidence from the past investigation with Greg Kading and them people that he had links to Keefy D and them. Peep this again. So if Diddy goes on the stand, it's going to be hard for him to go up there and say, nah, I ain't know them. I ain't know nothing about that. Because they could then come and hit Diddy with a got you moment and say, well, Diddy, this is the investigation we had into Tupac's murder. And during this investigation, we had this information, these photos. And then they start bringing out evidence that we never saw in the general public from the murder investigation back in 1996 until now, right?
40,000.
Keefy D,
this is crazy.
in my opinion, is potentially going to be a situation to where he is going to take a last second plea deal and try to serve Diddy on a platter. Now, peep what I'm saying. Diddy is not going to be like he can go into court and say, oh, no, I didn't know Keefy D. Because you better believe that Greg Kading and them people from that investigation, remember, this is when the hip-hop cops were following people around, taking pictures, doing investigations. So you better believe that they've probably got photos from back in that day of different parties where these guys were at and different things. You have to think like this so they could get you in court, trap you, get you lying on the stand, and then come back and hit you with some more. This is very dangerous for Diddy. I don't think people are really understanding how dangerous the situation this is because, once again, we don't know how much information the police investigated that was in those files hidden all these years. But you better believe all of that information is damn well going to be brought out in this murder trial. So Greg Kading and whoever else investigated the Tupac murder, all that information is going to come out in that trial. Whatever they investigated is going to come out.
I used to go to the games, the Raider games at the Coliseum when he used to be in front of the thing. I found out he was a scammer, so we exchanged numbers. So any concert, sport event.
Yeah. Hold on. Now you heard what I said, right? You heard what I said, right? Y'all heard what I said now. I ain't mixed my tongue when I said. Let's keep going.
Ahead of time and get the tickets.
What day did y'all show up to Vegas?
I came on that Thursday.
That Thursday?
Yeah.
And the fight was on a Saturday. Y'all showed up on a Thursday. And if I'm not mistaken, the day before the shooting, you spoke to Suge Knight and Tupac, right? A day prior?
I didn't talk. Tupac don't know me.
But Suge Knight, you had a conversation with Suge Knight.
We was waiting on our cars at the valet at the MGM, and they pulled up, and they Rolls Royces. And
tell me about that.
Now, here's the thing, and I want to repeat this to everybody. You have to remember that era and that time. And that era and that time, they were all being followed. Remember, Keefy D said something. Remember, Keefy D said, and he said this, and I never forgot Keefy D said this. I never forgot it. I never forgot it. Keefy D says that Diddy told him at the party the night that Biggie got killed. Keefy D says that Diddy told him, yo, I can't fuck with you, man. The feds, they got them people on me, man. They following me, man. I'm hot. Right? He said that if Diddy would have never said that to them and pushed him off of them, he said that Biggie would probably be alive today because he would have had that protection. Now, if he said that, then you better believe with the heightened situation going on with East Coast, West Coast, you better believe they had hot undercover cops following these people, tracking these people, taking notes. These are high-profile celebrities. They're not going to let dudes from another coast, or they're not going to allow these different situations where they know all these guys are at to go down, and you don't have certain people following these guys and taking notes and investigating. These are all the things that I believe are hidden in those investigation files for years that we never got to see because it was never a murder trial. Remember, y'all, because Greg Kading came out and said they already had the proof enough to convict in that murder. All the people was dead except for Keefe D took the proffer. So they had enough evidence. We never saw the evidence that the police had. All the people was dead except for Keefe D. Evidence is still closing that file. Right? Remember, and they told Keefe D during his proffer agreement, and they knew that's the reason why they let Keefe D go in that proffer, because they could corroborate things Keefe D was saying. If they knew or thought Keefe D was lying, they would have not let him go. Right? So they probably already had a general idea through informants, all these other things. Now, what I'm saying to y'all now, because it's very important you listen to what Keefe D is saying here. It's very important. Because his defense is, everything I said was lying. They're going to say, no, it ain't.
It's spicy.
We got corroborations through this evidence, this person's testimony, this evidence, and all these other things that we gathered when we were investigating Tupac Shakur's murder. Pete, what I just told y'all now. So when we get to trial, how is this going to play out when we get to trial?
You a wild boy.
These are all the real questions you have to ask yourself. How is this going to play out when we get to trial? How is it going to play out? How is it going to play? I truly think people need to listen and understand this. Because again, remember, when they're Greg Kading, and to the person who says that I'm speaking out my ass, you've lost your goddamn mind. You have to have common sense. Greg Kading's been on the record saying that they could have already solved this murder. They had enough evidence already. Greg Kading said it on the record. He just said that everybody was dead.
Wow.
The only person that's still alive that he claims that was in the car is Keefe D. And now Keefe D's on trial.
Nisha laughing.
So that's not speaking out of my asshole like. That's telling you the truth. Because remember, you've only heard what's been said in interviews, dummy. You haven't seen the police investigative case files. Big damn fool.
Shots fired in the chat.
You niggas is stuck on
Shots
stupid.
Fired in the
Run
chat.
around here talking stupid shit. And when they get to court and they pull out all them fucking files from since 1996 murder investigation, they probably had hell of informants, hell of people they spoke to, different photos of different events linking different people. You better believe they shook the bushes on that shit. And all that shit has been put in a file, waiting for a murder trial. But the murder trial never could happen because everybody ended up dying, except Keefe D took that proffer. So he didn't get charged, but he kept running his mouth When the proffer was up, now they came back and charged his ass.
Crazy.
Now, and they said they got evidence. And check this out. Evidence. They can't just go arrest Keefe D because he said something. They have to have evidence that corroborates what Keefe D has said about himself. Right? Let me repeat myself again. They have to have evidence in their investigation that corroborates what Keefe D said happened in order to charge him in Tupac's murder.
Shots is fired in the chat. It's getting crazy out there.
So you better believe you get the trial. You damn right, Chelsea. Phone records, different photos linking people at events, people who were informants that we never knew were informants, that was passing information at that time. You know how many people they probably got on the phone and called and they had informants that we didn't even know at that time that was giving information? That's all in those police files that we never heard about, that you'll hear about in this murder trial. Think about that. All the little details that's linked up in all those police investigative files. See, when Greg Caton and them come and do interviews on YouTube, they can give you some. They ain't giving you everything that's in the police files. Why? Because it was still a cold case. Right? So when he said they had enough to convict, that should let you know that they had enough evidence compiled from those investigations. And guess what you'll be able to do? See it when Keefe D goes on trial. Because they're not just going to walk in court and say, hey, man, Your Honor, we want to convict him because of what he said in the Art of Dialogue interview. It's not going to work like that. They're going to use what he said and line that up with evidence that they compiled through their investigation, man. So all those things that Keefe D is saying, they probably went and got statements, evidence, and everything linking up all these different events that led up to Tupac's murder. And the things he described
Let's go,
with
chat.
the car
Now
and
the
stuff
chat
like
is,
that
now you can
afterwards,
see the
they
chat.
probably have evidence of all this stuff afterwards, which is why they said they had all that evidence when they charged his ass. Which is why he filed to try to get evidence suppressed. And that got denied just the other day. Do your research before you come in here effing with a nigga like me, because I'm on top of my shit.
Because that was the Friday. That was the day before.
Yeah, he got out and came and shook my hand. What up, big dog?
Suge Knight.
Yeah. That's why I didn't understand why would they jump on my nephew the next day. I was stupid.
Okay, so he came up to you, he shook his hand. And
Shook my hand. What up, big dog? What you doing? You know? And all the bitches, because all the bras was around him and shit, they was like, who the fuck is this dude? He must be powerful. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like that. Damn, he just came out of the crowd just to shake this dude in. Yeah.
So just take me through that Saturday, everything leading up to the incident.
We had got tickets from the scapper dude, and he had us placed all over. And we was gonna meet at the cafe after the fight. That was all our plans. So everybody had was coming to the cafe and shit. I seen some of our partners from 11-8 East Coast Crips. They like, hey, they just jumped on your nephew. Like, who? Said some death row niggas. Like, bullshit. They're like, yeah. We ran into the lane inside the lobby.
So y'all ran into your nephew Orlando. What did he say to you?
He just said they jumped on him and stuff like that. And I asked him, was he all right? He said his shoulder's kind of fucked up. I guess when getting kicked in the shoulder or something, he said his shoulder's fucked up.
How mad was he?
I was more mad than him. Yeah. Why would you know what I'm saying, motherfucker? You know what's up. Know who people that is.
So, what exactly did he tell you? Did he tell you, like, yo, Tupac jumped on me, or?
He just said that Death Row niggas jumped on him.
And the only injury he had was his shoulder?
His shoulder was kind of fucked up.
Okay, so, take me through that. You know, Orlando, he got jumped. What happened after that?
So, we ran into the New York dudes. Zip them. They asked us, do we need some help? We like, nah, we good. And then, my little homie, we had some little homies out here selling work, kilos and shit. And they like, man, we know what them niggas gonna be. They gonna be at the 662 Club. They been advertising this all week. They gonna perform tonight. So we went up there, and my little homies went and got the choppers. And Mob James talking about he seen us back there. He lucky he didn't see us. We didn't see him. You know what I'm saying? They lucky they didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? So we had some headhunters with us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he lucky they didn't show up. 3 choppers. It would have been a massacre, you know? And just pulled up there and shit. Pulled up there, waited up there for about an hour. Mob James said 10 minutes. It wasn't fucking 10 minutes. Waited up there about an hour. We got tired and went on, started, let's go get high. We bought some champagne bottles, Cristal and Dom Perignon and shit. Stopped at the store and got that shit. When we left, we was in 3 cars, matter of fact. And the other 2 cars missed the light. So we kept on going, heading towards the hotel. When we got to Flamingo, that's when dude was hanging out. He was like he was in a parade or something. Stupid ass, hanging out the window. Hey! He was like, Tupac! And we like, oh, there go that motherfucker. And we...
See, the details he's giving is just too much details, man.
That's a fact, Tootie.
He's
Smash
giving
them
way
lights.
too many specific details to walk in court and say, hey, Diddy, come in here and tell everybody I'm lying about this shit. I'm telling y'all this. Bro, the investigation they did, bro, they probably had so much information that the public never see. But if this goes to trial, which is going to trial, meaning, and I say if it goes to trial, meaning if they don't come to an agreement with Keefy D and he rolls or he has evidence, because you got to have evidence to be able to get over on a guy like Diddy. So the only thing he can do is now is subpoena Diddy and hope Diddy comes in and says it's all a lie. Because you was going to try and throw Diddy under the bus. That's not going to work because you don't have enough evidence probably to throw Diddy. So now you need him to come in there and speak up with you for you and save you. But the problem is if Diddy goes in there and lies and says, because they're going to ask him, hey, did you know Keefy D? If Diddy says, nah, I ain't really know him, and then they got in those police files from the investigation, years of them being acquainted because of their investigation, or maybe, the cops may be following certain people that they may have been investigating. You find all of this shit out. I'm gonna tell y'all again, bro. Y'all seen how they hit these dudes with these cases? They be following these mofos for years. They be following these cats for years, gathering, collecting information. And you find out when it's time to hit your trial, when you see your fucking discovery. Keefy D's discovery was a bitch, I guarantee you it was. He probably looking like, what the fuck? They had all this? Nah, everything I said was a fucking lie. Think about what I just said. And with Keefy D, here's the problem he got. They don't have to prove he pulled the trigger. All they have to do is prove he was in the car. Now, when they did that investigation, who knows what witnesses they talked to that may have given them information that put Keefy D in that car. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Y'all gotta peep. Use your brains. This shit deeper than what everybody think. Because when the police did their investigation, this is Tupac Shakur, the biggest artist in the fucking world. You better believe they did a thorough fucking investigation. You better believe they did a thorough investigation. And the one thing you better believe is that there's so much shit in them files that we never saw because a case never went to trial until now. So all that shit, people who passed away that may have given sworn statements at that time, all that stuff, it comes up now in court because now you have the Tupac murder trial. And just if they can put Keefe D into the car, which he puts himself in the car, but if they can do that through corroborating witnesses at the time or anything else, that right there will be enough to hold him responsible for the murder of Tupac Shakur. He will be charged the same as whoever pulled the trigger. They won't even need him to pull the trigger to make him responsible for the murder of Tupac Shakur. Peep what I'm telling y'all. This is why y'all gotta understand, read, and know the fucking law.
Popped the Huey, and that was it.
So I want to backtrack a little. So y'all was waiting at 662. Tupac and Suge Knight didn't show up. But if I'm not mistaken, y'all was actually waiting at 662 for Tupac and Orlando can fight, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that, because Orlando actually wanted to fight Tupac, right?
They didn't get his ass knocked out. So Lane had hands, one punch.
Oh, for real, he had hands?
Oh, hell yeah, like God. Yeah.
So tell me about that.
Nigga said
Orlando
Tupac
saying he
had
wanted to
hands.
fight Tupac and have a hands up with him.
We just, I was gonna tell Suge, let him get out. That's all. You just gonna beat his ass.
So y'all was at 662, Tupac and Suge Knight didn't show up. So that's when y'all decided to retaliate, and that's when y'all was like, okay.
We just left because they didn't show up.
Okay. Von Zip is the one that provided y'all with the gun, right?
Yo, who this Anu joint? She looking like a joint in the chat.
I mean,
shout out to Anu.
It's in the book and everything, yeah.
I don't know about that. Ask Kate, Greg, you believe most of his story? You know? You do though.
Yeah, Greg Caden said it. I mean, it said it in the book. I got your book, the audio book.
He got the whole world fucked up. Like you, he got you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like I said,
no, this is in your book.
Unsolved is fucking, Unsolved is fabricated bunch of bullshit the way he wanted to portray me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sagging, khaki pants. Man, I ain't want no khaki pants in fucking junior high school. I'm a player, dude.
But here's the thing. I got the audio book, so... Yeah, so it's all in the book. So Von Zip is the one that provided, not you, but somebody that was in a white Cadillac with the gun.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so tell me how that came about. You want to tell me the person he gave it to. Okay, so we're not trying to blame you for that, but just tell me how that came about. Von Zip offering somebody
that's a fact,
that was in the car with the gun.
Just
tell me how it came about. Once again, you don't have to say who exactly he gave the gun to, but just say how it came about where Von Zip provided you and your crew with the gun.
No, he just asked if we need some help. And, shit, he came up with the thing. That's all. Shit, he had a thing on him. We already had things too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had already had things too. And he had a thing. That's all.
So how did you know Tupac and Suge was in the black BMW?
He was hanging out the window.
Oh, Anu in there trying to sell
What was he doing?
Shit, he had half his
tighten
body
up
out the
during the
window.
smoke.
Yeah. Just, you know, that Bay Area shit. You know how they do. That weird shit. How he goes ride the whip. And, you know, they just want to be flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? Want to be seen and shit.
But you said the females was yelling Tupac's name, right?
Yeah, once
that's
he
how
was hanging
y'all
out the
found
window.
out they was in the car, right?
Tupac, and he was, you know, that's bullshit. You know, a real motherfucker, you gonna be sitting down and set his ass down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'll be hanging out no fucking window. Just want to be seen and shit.
Right.
And those are YNs, LB. You know they smoke.
What's up?
So you and your crew, y'all on Flamingo and Koval, and y'all slowly pull up to Tupac and Suge in a black BMW. Tell me how that came about.
We just took the gutter lanes. Like we said, we pulled up to the little stoplight, and they was making a right. It was about 17 cars. We just pulled up in the gutter lane. I seen their ass. You know, that first shot, it hit Big Boy in the head. I thought he was dead. Like, damn, he dead. And they didn't even get a chase, make it so bad. Some brawls gave a chase. They got their little windshield shot out. It was over with after that.
Dre, he was the one that was supposed to shoot, you know, Tupac and Suge, but he got scared, right?
Now, did y'all hear what Keefe D just said? That, I listened to everything Keefe D said closely. What he just said right there may bury him. And if his legal team is listening, what he just said right there may bury him. Keefe D wants everybody to say, hey, the story I said was fake. Keefe D said that some broads gave chase and they shot their window out. Well, if there's any proof that night from investigations that the girl's window got shot out, Keefe D's done.
No, Don Coop, this is why I wanted to play this morning. A lot of stuff is coming out on Diddy now. Keefe D, he ain't got nothing to lose. What he got to lose? Keefe D. They already gonna hit him with life. He's the murder. They hit him with the murder of Tupac. Now, what sucks for Keefe D is the other guys in the car, LV, they're unalived. They're not here no more. So, therefore, you can't even hear their side of the story to even charge them. They're going by the nigga that's still alive, that was in the vehicle. Keefe D could be finished. He trying to get Diddy on a conspiracy. Shout out to No Fox, No Cap Fox with the emojis too. Fire.
Because he would have admitted to something that only a person who was there would have known happened. He said that some girls gave them chase and they shot their window out, the windshield out. Now, think it again. You know they did a thorough investigation. These are the type of small details you listen to. And you think, damn, is that in the police report? That a girl's windshield was shot out too? And he's admitting that on the interview. Say it again. And so the person says, what does this conversation have to do with what you put up? Well, if you were so smart, not stupid enough, and open your fucking mind, you would understand why we are where we are. You damn fool. I'm talking to you, Sterling McKinney. You sound like an idiot, boy. The hell wrong with you? What we said was, you fool.
They see it.
Diddy has been potentially put in a situation to where he will be called to testify as the key witness in the murder trial. Diddy's going to have a problem, though, if he goes up there being subpoenaed and pleads the fifth and says he doesn't want to answer any questions because he doesn't want to incriminate himself in any way. That could cause issues. If he goes up there and says, I didn't know this guy, but they have evidence in the investigation that he did know this guy, that's going to cause some problems. Where we're at now, well, what Keefe D said is we're showing, you idiot, from what Keefe D said, we're showing how his testimony could prove or corroborate certain pieces of evidence the police have in that investigation that the general public never saw. And it was certain things that Keefe D said that only a person who was there could know happened. Only a person who was there would know.
He's still going off the fact. My fault, y'all know the mic was off. The question is, was Keefe D really there? And he's saying that he was. If he's saying that he was there, there's no explanation for even not being charged for this. He is guilty. If you're in the car on a 187, you're guilty. If you're a part of a 187, you are guilty. So Keefe D gonna have to eat this one. He might as well stop talking niggas' names. Why is he bringing up Diddy for? He's digging himself in the... Who cares about Diddy at this point? You did this to yourself trying to get in the reels. Because you know he snitched on himself, right? LV, and all the interviews. This is where people know about him, the interviews. Why would you want to get in the reels that bad to incriminate yourself, fam? I want to say this is the stupidest nigga ever, right? Ever. This is the dumbest dude ever, man. There's nothing smart about this. Not one bit. Come on, Keefe D, what are we doing, man? You killed yourself with this one. No one can help you right now, Keefe D. Shout out to people in the chat, too. Now, if you notice, I got the comments on the big screen. So now you can see what it's saying outside. Go back and look at it the shows later and look at the comments. I just figured that part out. Now you got to remember, I am doing all of the technical parts. So now I'm finding little things out for us to have fun with. Now you can go back and look at the comments. Ball game. You got to go back and read the chats, my dude. I want to say they're killing you in the chat. No, man.
If them girls made Chase like he claimed, and they shot that windshield out, that obviously will be in the police report. And to the brother who says, tearing our black brother down, Ticket, shut the fuck up. These niggas killing each other in the streets every day. It's tearing our black brothers down. These niggas out here robbing and stealing and killing our brothers and our sisters is tearing the black community down, you dumb son of a bitch. You shut your stupid ass up, boy. You a fucking idiot. And I'll get on every last one of you little niggas level. These dudes running around here on demon time is destroying the black community. But you won't come in here and argue with me, you buffoon.
Crazy.
Right. No, he didn't really get scared. You know, he wasn't ready for that. They was youngsters, man. Kids.
But once again, I mean, y'all Crips, right? So he should be used to that, right, Dre? So why was
he wasn't ready for that? Everybody got a role, man. Everybody ain't killers. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna kill.
So
Everybody
Dre,
ain't
he
with
wasn't
that.
a shooter?
No.
Okay, so, but he was the one that was supposed to shoot up Tupac and Suge, but for some reason, he wasn't ready for it, so he gave the gun to Orlando, right?
Something like that, yeah.
And Orlando
Tighten
is
up,
the
you gotta
shooter,
fly
is the known
in.
shooter. I mean, everybody know Orlando Anderson was a shooter, so Dre got cold feet. He didn't want to do it. He gave the gun to Orlando, and Orlando shot Tupac and Suge.
Yeah, he did his thing, yeah.
Okay, so what was Tupac and Suge's reaction when Orlando started shooting up the BMW?
Huh?
Oh, shit. Suge just ducked his head, and the first bullet went in his head, and the next one's hit him. It was like he was doing a breakdance trying to jump in the back seat or something. Yeah. Like, damn. Yeah, what the fuck? It looked like he was trying to jump in the, but it was, the bullets was in his ass. Then we made the right, and them bras tried to get a little chase. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder why Reddy didn't get a chase, because I've seen him do some shooting before, for sure.
Right. So
you want to talk about that too?
No, we're gonna get into all that. So Tupac, you said he was
Tighten
trying
up,
to
you
reach for a
killing
gun,
yourself,
or it
fam.
looked like he was trying to reach for a gun.
Yeah. Looked like he was trying to get his thing done. That's what it looked like.
And you said Tupac tried to jump in the backseat.
It looked like he was
when y'all started shooting.
He was reaching. And it looked like he was trying to jump in the back seat or something. He was like breakdancing or some shit. Yeah.
All right, so how you feel about people that say Suge used Tupac as a shield?
Oh, he used to have no shit. This man shot in the fucking head. That's what we thought was dead.
Okay.
First bullet went straight in his head.
So Suge Knight's reaction wasn't him trying to grab Tupac?
Nah, they don't.
No, that's another thing. Only somebody who was there would know that. What would ballistic tests tell you? Where the first shot potentially landed? Now, what if the police report says that the first shot that went off hit Suge in the head? Well, guess what? That goes right along with what Keefy D said. But the only way we'll know that is during the murder trial, when the evidence is brought out and the investigation as far as the ballistic test and all of these things are displayed, which will be displayed in the murder trial, you damn fools. He just said that he saw the first shot hit Suge. Now, what do you think they're going to do in the murder trial when they pull out those ballistic tests to show which shot went first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth? They got all this stuff they can do in the ballistic test. Peep game now. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, these people stuck on stupid. And they were talking about you turn a black man down. No, them niggas tearing themselves down. They tearing each other down. The fuck wrong with you? See, I'm gonna get on y'all niggas level. Cause y'all some weasels. Right? Y'all some weasels. I'm gonna get on your level. I'm the right nigga. I'm gonna get on your level, nigga. I'm gonna get on you niggas level. Straight up, man. Cause we got some stinking thinking going on around here, man. Real talk. That's what we got going on. Right? And realistically, it needs to be corrected. To be honest with y'all. Right? So the things that Greg Cadian said.
All right, that's enough about Diddy. So, as you can see, they're bringing Diddy's name back up in the mix with this whole Tupac Keefy D thing. I don't know, man. I don't think Diddy ever gonna come home, man. Yeah, it's not going away. And then this could be the reason that, you know, they even got Diddy in jail, because everybody keeps saying, why is Diddy locked up for being a freak? Freak! Freak! Why they got him locked up for being zesty? I think they got him in there to build up this shit too. Diddy's not coming home, my guys. This is real. Diddy did so much out there in the 90s that they building up everything on this nigga, man. They got him, they holding him for this shit right here just so they can build up everything on him. I don't think Diddy will ever see the daylight again. Now, just like them little guys who did that to Junior, rest in peace to Junior in the Bronx. We were talking about this yesterday. Guy killed himself, unalived himself in jail. Is Diddy gonna go down this road if they hit him with more smoke? That's a lot to put on a nigga, right? It's real hard. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Shout out to everybody in the chat too. I see y'all out there. The chat is rocking. Ball game, man. They on your neck. Pause. Shit, baby. It's nasty. All right, we got one more thing before we get out of here. Monday morning complete. We got Dame Dash. Dame Dash is back in the mix. He's back in the mix. Now, Dame Dash, if you know Uncle Dame, right? Uncle Dame, you know, he's never going nowhere, LV. He's a baby goat. He's always going to be somewhere running his mouth somewhere, getting to the money, man. And that's a fact. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dame Dash. All right, so let's get to the money. Let's talk about it. Dame Dash got an interview with my man, Oskino Sparks. See, now it takes time on this internet to get a platform. Oskino he's interviewing niggas now, like, shout out to him. Yeah, Oskino's on the list. I'm going to have to hit him up. I think he'll sit and talk to me. Because he understands what's happening. I like Oskino a lot. All right, let's get to this, man.
What's up, your boy Oskino Vasquez, Deeper Than Rap Podcast.
I'm
here with the one and only Mo J, Dame Dash.
What's happening?
What's up, man? Now, I'm trying to, I already know most of these questions that I'm about to ask you. I know answers to some of them, not all of them, but most of them. So I asked the people what they wanted me to ask you. I mean, surveys like that. So, I mean, it's nothing too crazy or nothing like that, though. I mean, the first thing a lot of people wanted to know of was, did you attend college? And if you did it help you in business? Do you feel like it helped you in business if you did it?
Nah, I ain't go to college.
No.
I got my GED.
I got GED too.
I didn't feel like, people that didn't have what I wanted could teach me how to get it.
Yeah.
So to me, like, I want to be a billionaire. So unless you're a billionaire, it ain't really so much you could do to help me. I'm not going to pay you to tell me how to be something that you don't know how to be. You know what I'm saying? So, school, I think, as it exists, the curriculum, it ain't for us to make money. It's for us to survive.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons why I'm trying to change curriculum and do new curriculums. I feel like in school, they should teach you how to grow food. They should teach you about space travel. They should teach you how to pay taxes. The real fucked up shit about school, you can't tell me a school where they teach you how to have money or what to do when you get money. Because they don't teach you how to get money. They don't anticipate you having it. It should be a school for what to do when you get a bunch of legal money. Because you'll fuck it up.
Yeah.
So sometimes people that don't have money try to give me advice about what to do with money. I'll be like, you ever had any? Do you know the problems that really come with having bread? Do you know how hard it is to count $1 million? You know what I'm saying? If you don't, then you can't tell me the problems that come with it.
So why do you think that's the case? Why do you think it's like that?
It's meant to control us, to make us think we're winning when we're losing. So to get a bunch of debt, to learn how to pay off the debt, and that's it. To learn how to just survive. I don't want to go to school and know how to survive.
Yeah.
I want to go, if I'm going to go and be taught anything, it's going to teach me how to evolve and make sure that my kids don't have to go through what I went through.
For sure.
And that's not what they teach you. They teach you to take care of yourself and only have enough to take care of yourself. But you want to have enough to take care of you and everybody you love. School ain't teaching you that on purpose. It's meant to control you. Rules and regulations are meant just for control because of insecurity. So that you don't try anything outside the rules because you feel you breaking them. So if you don't have a job, you breaking rules. If you don't go to school, you breaking rules. If you don't go to school and get debt, you breaking rules. That's some dumb shit to me. So just because somebody say it don't mean it's so. I go with the logic and what makes me feel good,
and not what makes anyone else feel good. I didn't feel I needed to be validated by a diploma to get a fucking job that I don't want, because I ain't getting a job, and I always knew that.
Yeah, me neither. So I understand.
You know, but if there's a specialty, you know, there's things in school that are interesting. If you really know what you want and it's going to help you get that, then yeah, it might make sense. But other than that, life is school.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're going to learn from experience. So being on the job, anything that I've learned, even having a television network. I ain't go to school to have a television network. I'm in school right now by doing it.
Yeah.
You know, shit is happening. Things, I don't go, not mistakes, but, you know, learning experiences are happening. It's all part of the game. The game is school for me.
Shout out to Patricia in the
So
building.
let me ask you another question. What do you think about the music scene today?
I'm not in the music scene.
I mean, as far as just being a listener, like even if you like,
you know, I'm 50. You know, I'll be 50 in May.
So you still listen to the stuff you like when you was like 30?
I listen to everything I like and whatever my kids like. You know, music is usually based on what people are doing to survive in the street. I haven't had to survive in the street in a while.
I see.
So
well, I know personally that you didn't.
Well, yeah. So, you know, I'm not going to judge it. And I always pride myself because when I was young, I'd be like, you know, when I was 20, if you was 35, I'd be like, shut your old ass up. I'm 49. So it's really not so much I can say about today's music that's made by people that are half my age.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to let them rock. You know, what I don't like is the violence and the fact that these kids are killing each other so much. But the problem is a kid don't know no better. That's how they're taught to survive. So that's what they're talking about. And that's what they're being taught. And that's what they're doing. If you have a choice to be food or to eat food, you prefer to eat food.
For sure.
So you taught, yo, either you going to be food or you're going to eat. And this is the only way you could do it, and you have to protect yourself. You can't expect a child not to do anything but survive and then glorify insecurities because they didn't have the securities of what they're going to eat, who's going to love them, who's going to be home, clothes, and all the things. You can't be mad at a person that figures out how to survive and what they become. So it's hard to be mad at these children. It's just sad that that's how crazy survival skills are right now for children, that you got to grow up so young. You got to be so cold, you know?
Yeah.
And the things that may be looked at as cool because you're surviving a certain way, but you don't survive but for so long.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's not surviving. It's very temporary. Like, what I'm curious to know is how many kids think they're not going to go to jail and how many kids think they're not going to get killed. You understand what I mean?
That's a deep question.
That's what I want to. If I get in front, do you think you're going to live? Or do you think you're going to be free? Do you want to be free?
I can answer that for me when I was young. When I was younger, I didn't think I was going to live or think I was going to be free.
Exactly. And that's the reason why you live like that. You're like, yo, I'm going to go out like an outlaw. Cool.
Yep.
But either way, you like, either I'm going to go out as a victim or I'm going to go out as, you know, someone that's trying to catch a victim. But, you know, and the problem with that is we're programmed to fight each other to survive.
Yeah.
We ain't even fighting our oppressor to survive. We fighting each other. We think it's cool to kill somebody with the same skin as you, but we won't touch nobody with another color.
That's weird.
That's a program.
Yeah.
That's implemented, and we're a victim of it. It's meant to control us. You know?
Yeah. It was just a shooting in Philly today. Like today, was it? People got shot at the bus stop with 5 people. 8 people. It's like just crazy. It's like I think the revenge thing is making it keep going on and on. Like you did this to this person, they're gonna have to come back and retaliate.
I think what it is people don't have a happy life or a dream to protect.
Oh, for sure.
So when you got a good life, like right now, I'm not doing no crimes. I'm not getting in no beef with nobody. I'm only protecting myself if I have to. You know, I'm not gonna jeopardize this life.
Yeah.
Because I know my dream and I'm living it. Why would I fuck that up? A lot of people never get to taste that dream. They don't even know what it is. So they like, yo, what else I got? You know, I've heard some children say shit like, yo, this feels like jail being out. I've been to jail. It feels similar. So I can be in both situations and environments and it feel the same.
Stop.
So I think you have to kind of figure out what your dream is and know what it looks like to live it so that you have something not to jeopardize it for. Like, you got to have something to live for.
It's hard sometimes, though, when you live in a desperate situation to
100%.
think like that, to think outside the box.
100%. That's why dreaming is important.
Yeah.
That's why visualizing something that no one has is important, so you know what you're fighting for. Not to survive, but to relax.
It's crazy. I don't think I never told you this before though. But when I was like 20 years old, right, and I decided to start taking music serious, I said I was getting signed to Rockefeller. Like I didn't know y'all had nothing. Like I spoke it into existence. I just made it. I mean,
Shout out to
You're a strong
Carolyn in the
dude.
building.
And you know what I've learned about you
Shit,
is
baby.
you're really creative and artistic. You know, you're like me in that way. Like you do what you do to survive and get money, but ultimately you're really just a creative guy.
Yeah.
You enjoy being creative. You enjoy giving love.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's the toughest guys really do it just so they could be the softest guys when it's right.
Yeah.
Pause. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, finding what you love and enjoying it and only doing what you like and getting paid for it is the ultimate dream. But you know, sometimes you have to like make some sacrifices to get to that dream.
For sure.
And that's the sacrifice a lot of people don't want to make. They want immediate gratification. But it takes investment.
Yeah.
It takes loss and learning.
And
And it takes building a brand. Like I'm watching your career as an artist, and you know I love that shit. You know how much I love that you painting. And I've always said, yo, paint. Because you could draw.
Yeah.
And you made it into something that you now can make money off of and monetize it. That's you.
Yeah.
You can make money off anything because you're a survivor. And you're a warrior.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very proud of you, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You know, your strength is like, I can't even talk. I can't speak on the strength I'm seeing right now. You a gangster, bro. Because you're strong.
Is this a question I never heard nobody ask you before? Who are your top 5 rappers at all times? You can go back to the 80s, 90s, whatever. Your top 5 rappers. I never heard nobody ask you that. I never even heard you speak on it
A
before.
couple of people ask me that, but not a lot. Well, I like Rakim. I got to start there. I've always liked OC. You know. You know, it's who's my favorite or who's the best. You know what I mean?
Your favorite or the best? If you can say your...
All right. So Dame Dash popped back outside. So Dame Dash, man, you know, he's one of them goats from back in the days that niggas just gotta just let him just do his thing. Just let him live, man. You know, he's old. He's getting to the end. Let him enjoy himself. This is why I always said that I felt like, you know, the whole Jay-Z Dame Dash thing is stupid because, you know, they started from the mud, man. It is what it is, man. I hope they can ever get through that, but I doubt it. Now, let's talk about this chat for a minute. Dame is low-key genius. That's a fact. Ain't new. I see you know the business. I see you know the business. Ain't new. That's good. That's why I'm glad you up in here. Cutie that know the game. Gotta keep her around. And she sell bud, LV. She sell bud. She's a cutie and know the talk. We keep her in the building. Shape, baby. Patricia Cupahan popped up and took all the show from me. I can't stand with her and Niche coming here because the guys love them. Just like me. Yeah. Shape, baby. He burnt most of the bridges besides Jay-Z one. He don't work with the people he put out. It's bad luck. That's a fact. Yo, y'all like the comments on the screen? I love it. So when you go back and watch this show, you can see everything that's happening. Now, all of the people's names going to pop up on the screen too, so they can go up and they can subscribe to your channels too. So that's good. They know how to find you guys. Shape, baby. This is getting crazy, man. It is. Now, let me go back to that 50 Cent song again. I got to hear it. Gotta hear it again. It's so fire. Yeah, man. This shit give me goosebumps, LV.
Ain't no, get knocked with 10 machine guns, only get 12 months. Ooh, wee, don't talk to me. You get this, it ain't that.
Baby. That was me. Shay, baby, I love you. You got the smile on your face today. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate you. You know, that's crazy. A lot of people say that to me. They say, Shay, why are you always not smiling in none of your pictures? It's like you're upset all the time. Smile. You have a nice smile. So they say that to me. It's not that. I just don't want everybody to think I'm always happy-go-lucky because, you know, we all have a life. We all go through things all of the time. You know what I mean? That's all. Everything's not happy. Shay, baby. But that heartbeat stop and that shit knocking. That shit is knocking. I'm not gonna hold you. All right, y'all, we up out of here, man. Great show today. We had a good vibe. Now, as you can see, YouTube still got me on punishment, but I love you guys for the people that come through, and it shows that, no matter how much they stop, we have our own community. So whoever, though, if they don't send people in, that's fine. We up in here. We up in here. Now, I do like the way the new format is going to be rocking. With the comments on the screen. I like the new headers. Show the date. Show the call-in numbers. Let's get Wednesday. Let's get on the phone. Let's call up. Talk to your boy. Talk to your boy. That's why I put the lines back up. I'm here. I want to talk to everybody. Ladies, especially y'all. Call up and let me hear your voice. That'd be nice, man. Get me going. Get me excited. Get me excited. Make me feel like I took a honey pack or something. Please, ladies, get me excited. All right, I'll see you guys Wednesday, tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Me and Fox will be on there tomorrow. And we're going to do what we do, man. We're going to talk our talk, and we're going to get to it. Now, today, I'm going to spend a little time on trying to figure out how me and Fox can have a similar format like this while we are on with the comments on the screen. I do like the comments on the screen. So when you go back and look at the shows, they can see that people are participating in the show. YouTube, y'all can hate all you want, but the proof is in the pudding. Look at the screen. The chat is popping. Shout out to Don Coop, too. Coop, I love you, my boy. Now, I'm real close to closing the merch situation, so we'll have the merch. I didn't forget about my man, Brian. Brian is number 1 on the list. He's getting free merch, but the guys that's been rocking out with us, we will have coupons for y'all for the merch to get it for cheap. And that's a fact. The merch will be here soon. I know I've been saying that, but I wanted to do it right. I think I'm almost there. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Me and LV will be on Thursday. So Thursday, the dirty side will be on. Me and LV will be rocking out, and your man Fox will be on there too. All right? So I'll see y'all on Thursday, all right? Thursday with the dirty side. Tomorrow, no cap news. Wednesday, we're back with the talking about it. And Thursday, we're on every day this week. We rock. All right, I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all a lot, man. Have a great day. And, yeah, man, stay out of trouble and don't let nobody get to you, man. F them, man. They can kick rocks and let them, when you show people, right, that you're not thinking about them, that hurts them more. When you show people that you're not thinking about them, it makes them upset. So find your happiness and get happy and just leave them cocksuckers alone. All right? I love y'all. See y'all later. Peace.
Welcome to the VIP section.
J baby y'all. 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 J baby y'all.
J, baby, y'all. J, baby, y'all. J, baby, y'all. J, baby, y'all.
The vibes. Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on, if you like all the hip-hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shay Baby's bringing to the table. Make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes.
Shay Baby.